Imelda Staunton's here. What would you like to see back, Imelda? Anything?
I've actually seen that clip, the young ones.
Oh.
And that was quite a young ones. That shouting and screaming.
I love the young ones.
Yes, I think
A package from the Transvaal. Do you remember that? I loved it. It was brilliant. Well, as I said, Imelda is back on our screens the next 4 nights in ITV's new crime drama, Flesh and Blood.
Of course, I've known the family for years. I watched the children grow up. And I can honestly say they've been the perfect neighbours. They've been no trouble at all. So, I can't believe a thing like this could happen right on our doorstep. Listen, they've had their ups and downs. Who hasn't? But I never, ever dreamt it would end like this.
Well, Imelda Staunton joins me now. Next 4 nights, that's it. Just stay in.
That's it. Jama's
Stay
on
in
at
and watch this.
8:30.
It's really interesting because we know something terrible's happened, and then we'll find out. It's like
Over the 4 nights.
It's very clever.
So it's not a sort of it's a who has done what to whom.
Exactly.
Because we don't know who it's happened
We don't.
to.
That's the thing. I mean, I've already got theories, but I'm not, because I was lucky enough to see the first episode. But I've already got theories, but I'm just not sure.
No, and it's great because you do think, oh, that person's weird. Oh no, they're not.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's weird. Oh no. Oh no, he's weird. So you don't know.
Very clever.
Who's
So
to
tell me
blame.
about Mary, the sort of is it fair to call her a nosy neighbour?
Well, not particularly. I mean, she's lived next door to Francesca Annis's character. They've known each other all their lives, practically, about 40 years. And she's on her own, and she babysat the kids and things like that. So she's you know, an old friend. And then Francesca Annis's character gets the very lovely Stephen Ray to enters her life. And of course, everyone's going, well, I hope he's all right, and I hope he's not going to mess her around. So it's sort of a bit of that. But then, is he okay? Or
Well, we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know who's okay and who's not.
Yeah.
I mean, because she seems all right, does Mary? But I'm not sure. We don't know.
I don't know. I mean, she's very protective, I think, of Vivian. And so there's that. And I think, you know, there's that person on their own. She's sort of, is everyone okay?
Yes, and she's in the garden a lot.
In the garden
looking
a lot.
and seeing what's happening.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? She gardens a lot.
Yes. Yes, she does. I know. Well, it's obvious. It's easy access with the garden.
And she can see what's coming and what's going.
Yeah. And also, I'm just saying, here we are on the next 4 nights in this dull grey February. It looks. We were in Eastbourne last summer.
Beautiful.
And it was boiling hot every day, I have to say, which is very unusual.
Gorgeous.
But it looks like it's the Riviera.
Cracking cast.
Oh, I know, Russell Tovey,
Russell
Claudie, and and Lydia.
really good cast, and so well written, Imelda. That's the thing.
Yes.
You know, it must be a joy for you, you know, as an actor, to get a script and go, wow.
Absolutely. And also a script, you go, oh, I know what's going to happen. Oh, no. OK, hang on, what's happening?
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
Sarah Williams, actually, she was asked to sort of write like a family sort of drama. But then she sort of told us last week that actually my character, she'd written the piece and then thought, I think I need someone else. And then she brought in my character. I don't know how you do that. But so we had one female writer, Louise Hooper, our wonderful director and female producer.
Wow.
And I have to say, it was a very lovely feeling. You know,
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, of course it does. Well, you know, my darling, you could run this ship on your own. But I think the energy and the creative freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, that's, of course, I work with wonderful male directors also. But I mean, I think the energy level was very, very positive and very open and welcoming.
And that's the only way things are going to change as well. If we get writers and directors and people making the big, giant decisions, you know, that's when things will change.
Yes,
and it is, I do honestly, I'm optimistic. I
It's
think it's getting better, don't you?
Absolutely.
I really, really do. And thanks to people like you, because you're a trailblazer, for goodness sake.
Well, but, you know, for actresses, you know, even, you know, are there roles for older actresses? Well, there have always been sort of roles, I was going to say in the theatre, but maybe not, because Shakespeare, it's all mainly men. But I do think it's changing. But where it needs to change is you know, in the top, in the offices, and behind the camera, and the writers and the producers.
No, very much so.
Because you know, the actors, we're the last people to get the job. You know what I mean? So we want the other people to be making the decisions.
I know, but if they don't get you guys right, it just doesn't work, does it? You've got to get the right people. You were talking about stage there, and of course you come back to do Dolly. And hello, Dolly, which is great.
What am I thinking?
No, it's wonderful. What a brilliant part.
Well, I hope so. Yeah. And it was. It wasn't my idea. Obviously, I always think, no, you don't want me. You don't want me. You want someone else. And Dominic Cook had directed me in Follies a couple of years ago, and it was his idea. And so we're going to try and sort of not reinvent it because it stands on its own.
Yeah, but you do your own twist on it, don't you? Yes, very much so. Yeah. Now look, we agree on something very much.
Yes.
Which is, why do people have to eat in the cinema, and particularly when people are on stage? And why does the cinema and all of that sell such noisy food?
Well, you're asking the wrong person, because I don't tell them. And it's funny, this is a comment that was obviously picked up. I did, this was 3 years ago, so someone's just run with it. Look, I tell you what it's made me think about, is that, I suppose it's made me think that if we do that, we're not thinking of anyone else in that room.
Yeah, it's quite selfish. Yeah.
I suppose that's what I think. Gosh, how would I feel if I had all my lunch and someone else? I thought, how would they feel if I'm doing that? And I think that's maybe what I feel.
It's that kind of thing of let's just think about other people rather than yourself. I mean, I remember going to the cinema one time and a man was sitting there with a fish supper. A fish supper! Yeah. And he proceeded to guzzle the whole thing, and I was fuming. Yeah. I was absolutely fuming. But I did the British touch, though. Did you? I didn't do anything. I just went like that. But I should have said, for the love of God, can you not watch something for 2 hours and not eat anything?
Yes, but I think it's just bleeding through from the streets, because everyone has a cup in their hand.
Yes.
You know, we seem to not be able to be 5 minutes without... And that's interesting, though, psychologically, because I think that's a comfort. It's comfort.
Yeah, I guess it is.
And
that makes sense.
And because everyone, I suppose, now watches television on their phone, that you can just keep doing everything you're doing at the same time and not just going, stop a second.
Just chill.
Just chill.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
There's loads coming up, though. The Crown's coming up, of course.
That's in a couple of years.
I know.
I'll be back several times before then, hopefully. No, that's a long way in advance.
No,
but I think the Flesh and Blood this week and something called... wonderful piece called Trying, with the brilliant Rafe Spall and Esther Smith. They are sensational. I'm just ducking in and out of that, and then Hello Dolly. So
lots going on, and maybe Downton 2. We hope, fingers crossed.
Well, who knows?
Which would be lovely.
Yeah.
But you were saying that one of the shows that you'd like to be in, one of the dramas you'd like to be in, Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Good, isn't it?
Oh God,
it's ever so good.
It's mean.
Yeah.
I like to be mean.
Would you see? Yeah, but I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yes.
Look, there's you in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, come on. Come on, give me that. Look! It doesn't look too Peaky Blinders.
You look about 12. I wanted you with the hat on, actually. I think that would be better.
No, I need the hat.
You want to be one of the Peaky Blinders gang, which would be better.
I couldn't match Helen McCrory, for God's sake. Don't put me in the same shot as her. God.
Imelda, it's also a joy. Thank you. We'll be watching next 4 nights, Flesh and Blood. It starts tonight, 9 o'clock on ITV, and for the next 3 nights after that. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a lovely woman you are. Right.